Welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We've got an exciting giveaway thanks to Aello Airlines, one of America's fastest growing low-cost airlines, known for affordable nonstop flights, smaller, easy-to-navigate airports, and convenient travel to popular vacation destinations across the country. Say hello to everyday low fares, industry-leading on-time performance, and nonstop convenience. Since launching in 2021, Aello has expanded to more than 35 destinations and is ranked one of the top U.S. airlines for on-time performance. They're focused on making travel easier with nonstop service, family-friendly seating, and budget-friendly fares. And now Aello is coming to Cleveland. Beginning on June 19th, Aello will offer nonstop flights from Hopkins to Charlotte Concord, North Carolina, and New Haven, Connecticut. One lucky viewer will win two round-trip airline ticket vouchers on Aello Airlines. The prize includes one carry-on bag, one checked bag, seat assignments, and priority boarding. For both travelers, travel must be booked and completed by March 1st, 2027, and reservations must be made at least 14 days before travel. The prize is non-transferable, subject to availability, and has no cash value. To enter, be the third caller right now at 216-344-3350. It is the number on the bottom of your screen. The third caller wins that pair of tickets. Good luck, and thanks again to Aello Airlines. All right, guys, let's talk a little Browns football. Yesterday was the first day of OTAs for the Cleveland Browns. Today, the practice is open to the media, so we'll get some highlights coming out of that later on in the day. But ESPN's Daniel Oyefusi, friend of the show, and Jeremy Fowler co-authored an article on the resurgence of Deshaun Watson. A lot of it was information that we had known previously. They just kind of put it all together in one nice package. But there was one quote that stood out to me that I figured we had to discuss today. And Earl, you and I had a discussion offline yesterday about this quote before we realized it's worthy of being put in the show. So the one thing that caught our eye from Daniel Oyefusi and Jeremy Fowler was this. Quote, "The source close to Watson said the quarterback is solely focused on the upcoming season, but believes he is not against staying in Cleveland beyond 2026 if things go well. The source said, I think he would be open to that." End quote. Earl, in your mind, is there any scenario, any world, where Deshaun Watson does something in 2026, good or bad, and is back in a Cleveland Browns uniform in 2027 and beyond?
I think that even if Deshaun Watson was to win the starting job, play well, and the Browns won the 9 games that I talked about, and the Browns offered him a contract, I do not think he would take it. I think that Deshaun Watson cannot wait to get the hell out of Cleveland, and most of the people in the city of Cleveland cannot wait to get rid of Deshaun Watson. I think that, and I hate to really project on somebody else, but I'm just going to say it. I think that, like, for me, right, when somebody let me know that they don't respect me, when somebody is okay offending me, when somebody has so many things nasty and malicious to say about me, then okay, cool. I'm going to do whatever I can to keep my distance and to separate myself from those people. If you show me you don't rock with me like that, why do I want to continuously put myself in a position to where I have to deal with people who really don't care for me for real, right? And in his situation, he has a professional obligation that he has to fulfill. But once that's said and done, the city of Cleveland have already let him know how they feel about him 10 times out of 10. I think for some people, if he would have performed on a football field, that would have been enough. But for some people, based on the allegations, no matter what he did on the football field, it wasn't going to happen. I think he came into Cleveland with this thought process of, I want a clean slate. I want an opportunity for people to embrace me and to take me on. He helped open up a restaurant. He did community service things. He was in the inner cities dealing with youth, many muni league football teams, things of that nature. No matter what he did in a positive light off the field, it wasn't enough to wash away what people had in their mind about the allegations. And then when you show up and you don't play well, then that's a double negative. And so people have already, we talk about labels. When somebody make their mind up about how they feel about you, I don't care what you do as a man or a woman.
Hard to change.
Like, it's hard to change that. And for me, I ain't got no type of interest in being around nobody who don't care for me. I'm pretty sure he feel that same way. And last point on that, We both seen him at the Cavs game 2, round 1. And me and you both know how these things go. People migrate to the same areas that we go to when it's time for media. We always see athletes and entertainers standing under that same tunnel. Do we not, Mike?
All the time.
Deshaun Watson made the decision to sit right there on the bench by himself, and not a soul walked over there to say anything to him. He understands how the city feel about him. The city understands how they feel about him, and vice versa. It's cool. He cannot wait for this to be over.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't really see another team, unless he just plays through the roof. Like, it would have to be like an all-time great season. I think it'd be tough for him to get a massive contract after this year. Maybe he gets a prove-it deal with some guaranteed money from somebody else if he wants to go somewhere else. But I actually think Cleveland would be the only team that would maybe pay him what he wants to come back, because they've already invested the $250 million in the player for a performance that they really haven't got anything out of. So if they got something out of him this year, I think they would probably want to bring him back, to try and see if he can do something more and try to reap the benefits of all that, $250 million that they already put in the guy.
Cleveland may want him back if he plays well in 2026. I'm with her. I don't think Deshaun would want to come back.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to have the options, whether he wants to or not.
Well, if he plays well enough to where Cleveland's ready to offer him an extension, then I'm going to assume another team, it's the quarterback position. Other teams would be out there. And given the choice, unless Cleveland's going to overpay significantly, I'm not sure I could see a world where he would pick Cleveland over another team. Go back to when this all started. He didn't want to come to Cleveland. Cleveland was the first team he crossed off his list until they gave him another zero and guaranteed that whole contract. We've known everything that's happened with Deshaun Watson since he's been there. Wasn't embraced right away by the fan base, despite the fact that he went out of his way to try and engage himself in the community and involve himself in other things. Plays, comes back, they win a few football games, he gets hurt. First injury. Comes back after the Achilles tear. Fans cheer when he was getting carted off the field. I don't think you forget stuff like that.
No.
Then at the Cavs game, the one part you didn't mention.
Yeah.
And
I was going to set that up for you.
I'm okay sharing this. As we're leaving, we see Deshaun walking out.
Yes, we do.
And some random person walked up to Deshaun, and just a random fan, and said, explicit word you, Shedeur for life. Unprompted. No reason.
Man was minding his own damn business.
Minding his own business. I think he understands, as you alluded to and painted the picture so eloquently earlier. He could have changed a lot of minds had the football aspect of this whole equation gone in a totally different direction. But it didn't. And that's the reality. And now we're in the last year of that $230 million deal, and it has not reaped the benefits on Cleveland's end as it has on the other side. I think this marriage is over. I don't think there's any reconciliation here unless he goes out and plays awesome in 2026. And if that happens, that is a win for the Browns in the immediate future. But I don't know how he would say, unless this is my only option, I'm going somewhere else.
Because, Mike, and I'll add on to this, and we both know this from being on social media, Deshaun Watson keeps receipts. He's let us know this throughout his entire tenure here. And I can understand the mindset of, man, I don't forget. Yeah. And the first chance I get to make you hold that L, I don't care how much time that's went past, I'm going to make you hold that L. And so for Deshaun Watson, he's still a human. He still got feelings regardless of what we think. If he was to win this job, I think in his head, I'm going to go out here, I'm going to win this job, I'm going to play as hard as I can to earn me an opportunity to play somewhere else. And if Cleveland come offer me a contract, I can't wait to tell them no. Yeah. That's probably how he thinking. So I'm with you. There's certain things that you just really can't come back from. And I think Deshaun Watson has learned some lessons that money ain't everything, because he's been miserable his entire time here, no matter how much money he done made.
It's true. We'll find out.
I listen, $250 million is a lot of money, but you're right. I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with the stuff he's had to deal with.
Nope.
Obviously, he's made some choices that have put himself in a position to have to deal with the ramifications and the fallout of everything. That's real.
It's a reality situation.
But it's a lonely place to be when everyone hates you. At least you feel like everyone.
And I know we got to wrap, but all of us as men, not to that extent, but in our personal lives, or whoever mattered to us, probably have done some things, whether it be family member, close friend, or whatever. And no matter how much you try to come back from it, you just couldn't.
Once a bond's broken, a bond's broken.
It is what it is. And Deshaun Watson did some things that he was alleged of to where no matter how it played out legally, people do not forget that. People don't want to be attached to that, and they already made their mind up that they wasn't dealing with him. So it's probably best for everyone involved that this is over with.
Well, we'll see him at OTAs later today. And Anthony,
Guys,
we have the winner of our Aello ticket giveaways. Who's the lucky winner?
Congratulations to Noah in Cleveland for winning our 2 tickets, and we'll check back next Wednesday to give away 2 more tickets.
Next Wednesday between 10:30 and 11, we're giving away 2 more tickets, so make sure you tune in a week from today on the WKYC Plus app to make sure you can be involved.